All right, chat, time to lock in. Today, we are going to be tier listing the best to worst Sonic stories. Now, I got my opinions. I know I have some controversial ones, but I feel like everyone's gonna agree with me on. All right, so we're gonna start off with the quintessential, the first three Sonics. You know what? Before I do that, even before I get into that, there are some games where I just straight up don't know the story. So I'm gonna have a Google tab open so I know. All right, the first Sonic the Hedgehog. That's just like Sonic meets Eggman, Eggman bad, go through world saving animals. It's your basic Sonic story. We're gonna go. It's alright. It's alright for these two. Sonic CD. Oh, this is where it gets crazy. You don't tell me. Eggman chained a planet to Earth and was like, I'm ruling over it. And he did all this time travel stuff. Man, come on. That's at least pog as fuck. Is that not fire? How you gonna talk about your villain just chaining a whole entire planet to another one just so he can rule it? Bro was him back in the day. Sonic 2 is just the same as Sonic 1, but now you've got Tails and you're on a different island. So, I mean, it's alright. No differences there. Sonic 3, for as much hate as I bring that game, it do got a pog as fuck story. I'm not gonna lie. That is a great story. You get Knuckles, you get to see Angel Island. Angel Island becomes an integral part of the Sonic series. We get to see Knuckles for the first time and he like punches you out of Super Sonic. You're like, yo, this op is crazy. Just saying, that's pog. 3D Blast and Blast. I mean, what is the story? Hold on. Sonic 3D Blast story. So it says, the stories surrounding the Chaos Emeralds, beautiful gems that possess mysterious power, would prompt Sonic and his friends to visit a mysterious island known as Flicky Island. According to the legend, the 7 emeralds lie dormant on this island. The first thing on the agenda for Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends is to look for the birds named Flickies. Huh. That's it. I mean, it's I guess. It's just your basic. It's just I. I mean, yeah, it's I. Game itself. Oh wait, that's kind of a bruh, isn't it? Cause like it just exists. Hold on. Yeah, I'm changing this. I'm changing this to it exists. Yeah, there we go. Way better. The first it exists in these categories. I think I remember Sonic Labyrinth though. Hold on. If I'm correct, wasn't it that Eggman took the J's? Eggman took the J's and Sonic couldn't run fast anymore. If that's true, then that's crazy. The narrative captures something to travel through Eggman's. Oh, yep. So basically, Eggman created a labyrinth, and Sonic is wearing slow shoes because Eggman came through and replaced the shoes. Oh my god, bro. That's funny. I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna rate this one a pog as fuck story because that's just hilarious. That's so funny as fuck. Sonic Triple Trouble. Dang, I'm gonna have to look up a lot. Sonic Triple Trouble follows Sonic and Tails' adventure to gather their 6 Chaos Emeralds before Eggman manages to do so, and it involves 2 other adversaries. So it's literally just emerald collecting at its peak, yeah? Dr. Eggman acquires the 6 Chaos Emeralds, but an accident while testing one of his weapons causes all but one to scatter into the special stage. As the Doctor has anticipated, Sonic and Tails are out to retrieve the emeralds. To delay them, Eggman tricks Knuckles into thinking the Hedgehogs want the Chaos Emeralds for world domination. Okay. It's definitely a plot. I don't know. I feel like it kind of just... There's nothing really special. It's like tricking Knuckles twice in the span of knowing him already, it's like, oh, this guy's gullible. I feel like we've already had it, though. Sonic 3 did it better. Sonic Chaos. Oh my god. I have to look this one up too. I don't remember anything about Sonic Chaos. Chaos. Alright. It says the plot of Chaos begins when Dr. Eggman steals one of the 6 emeralds for his schemes, causing the other 5 to... Okay, so it's basically just rinse and repeat. Eggman, Chaos Emeralds, Sonic, go get. Okay, well, then it exists. The Tails Adventure games. Okay. In the story, Coco Island, where Tails lives, has been invaded by Battle Cuckoo Empire and led the... Huh. That's interesting. I would not know how to do... Or, no, not know how to do. I would know how to face this. I'll give it another idiot. These older games tend to have the same story. Someone wants the Chaos Emerald, and Sonic and Tails are like, no! The game follows the adventures of Tails as he tries to save an island from Witch Cart. Huh? Tails sets off on a solo adventure without Sonic's company. With no special destination in mind, he finds an isolated island and goes to investigate. However, he finds the terrain covered by steel rails and devoid of animals. A woman named Witch Cart proclaims herself to be the ruler of the island and sends her minions to patrol the island. Tails resolves to overthrow Witch Cart. Exploring the island, he defeats Witch Cart and her minions. With the island now freed, Tails happily departs. Huh. Who is Witch Cart? Wait, I've never seen this villain before. Let me see. It's just straight up a witch. A human witch. Tails fought and scrapped with a human witch. That's kind of crazy. Sorry, Tails. It's getting another eye. Knuckles Chaotix is also eye. I know that story. I'm not getting into that one. Sonic R? What's Sonic R's story? I just thought they was racing. After various struggles, Dr. Eggman and Sonic and Tails are having a leisurely time off together while on adventure. Okay. What does that say? Okay. The various struggles of the man leisurely together while on adventure. Others, however, they eventually go to a town where they find a gigantic screen on a building that is announcing a World Grand Prix, and that is recruiting contestants for a race. Okay, so basically similar to what would later become Riders. Tails is interested in participating, if only to test himself against others, but Sonic is not into the idea. However, he changes his mind when he finds out that one of the contestants is Dr. Robotnik. He then rushes off to participate in the World Grand Prix while Tails follows him. Huh. Okay. Now, I could see that that's kind of a banger. Kind of a banger story, it could be. But it also just exists. These older games just exist. And now we get to the point where I don't have to look up the games anymore. So this will become smooth sailing. Alright, first up, Sonic Adventure. Would I say it's God tier, or would I say it's Pog as fuck? I feel like Sonic Adventure is Pog. Like high Pog. Oh no, but that's a really good story though. I'm gonna give it God tier. It's super good. I like it. Every time I think of Sonic Adventure, from a story standpoint, like not just like, oh, it's split into 6 different stories that all connect. I just think of it all together as one. And I think it's a really good story. I think it's God tier, and especially at the end when you get the 7 Chaos Emeralds and like, you know, you turn super and you fight Chaos. I feel like that's so God tier. The Adventure era has some really God tier storytelling. Like, I'm just gonna get this out the way. Adventure 2 is also God tier. I'd place it a little bit higher though. I think that whole thing with the Space Colony arc and the moon and Gerald, the way it like fleshed out the, oh, it was great. And the introduction of Shadow, always so good. Sonic Pocket Adventure. Remember when I said I didn't have to look up anything anymore? I lied. Pocket Adventure story. Is this anything or what? Does it have no plot and it's just a game? That's insane. characters. Well, there is no plot. Seriously? A game with no plot? Well, I guess NA. From what I'm seeing, there's like no plot. I mean, I guess all I'm seeing is Eggman wants to cancel worlds and Sonic stops him. Oh, so it exists. Sonic Advance 1 it's existent. I'm not the biggest fan of that story. Advance 2. Oh, Advance 2 is because it's again the same as like Advance, but it's like Eggman evil. You want Chaos Emerald, world domination. He kidnaps Cream, but it's still pretty okay for a Sonic game. Advance 3 though is where we get Pog, because like we get, oh man, we get Emerald, and we get like the whole like sequence at the end with Eggman and Super Sonic working together in one boss fight. And for the limited storytelling of the advanced games, Advance 3 really felt like, because I think that was the last game where that cast was in, but it really felt like it was part of that adventure era. I mean, all the advanced games did, but like this one really felt like it was presenting itself as part of that adventure era, part of that, like, I guess you'd call it Dreamcast era, because that's what it is in Generations, but you know what I mean. Yeah, no, that was very cool. Sonic Heroes has a Pog as fuck still. Top of Pog though. I think it's so cool. Like oh my god, Metal Overlord. How like Metal Sonic was the villain the whole time. We're like, oh, we gotta get Eggman, and then there were these like Eggman robots that was just like at the end of the Rail Canyon boss, like you found the fake Eggman, and like when you were playing a Shadow, you found the fake shadows on the ground. Like it was so cool to like think the villain the whole time was Eggman, and the Chaotix find out it's Metal, and then everyone comes together, and you hear what I'm made of, and that's so good. And also, it's like, it's a really good story. It's not like the likes of Adventure 2 or Adventure, but it's still like a really good Sonic story. Like as for how basic it is at the start, where it's like, oh, you have 24 hours before Eggman just completely takes over the world. But I don't know, it's really good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Shadow the Hedgehog. In terms of story, that's a good one. I feel like, okay, so it's like Shadow's past basically, and he's dealing with Black Doom, and we all know the ending. Where do I put that as? I wasn't really interested in this story, but like when I was playing the game, but then later I would like watch people play it and they would talk about it. It was really interesting. But do I put it in low Pog or high I? We're gonna put it in low. We're gonna put it in high I. It's cool. I don't like the repetitious nature. Well, that's from a gameplay standpoint. Like just the straight up story is like Shadow finding out his past. It's still alright though. I'm not the biggest fan of like introducing Black Doom and all that. Like, it's cool that we have him, but like I'm not the biggest fan of him. Like I don't tend to typically think of Shadow as like an alien per se, but like I know he is, but like I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of Black Doom and all that stuff in general. It's still cool to see and stuff like Shadow Generations and all that, but like I don't know, it's not for me. But it is it's a good story. It's got some great moments. But yeah, Sonic Rush's story, or where am I gonna put this bad boy? This is a Pog story. This is Pog. We're gonna put it under Heroes. The introduction of Blaze, huge. Plus, like, I think this is really good characterization for Sonic as well. And I do like Eggman Nega. Oh man, this is a good story. Would I put it higher than Heroes is the question. Especially at the end when Sonic and Blaze finally team up, and like Blaze kind of learns to open up a little bit and accept help from Sonic. Yeah, it's going higher. It's going higher than Heroes. That's a very good story. Sonic 06 story-wise is... Ooh. Ooh. It's alright. It's alright. I think it's got some cool stuff in it, but ultimately it hinges on a lot of suspension of disbelief. Like, oh, this character can't cry. That's kind of crazy. And like Sonic straight up dies and he kisses the girl, which like I don't really care about, but like I didn't really like Elise all that much. So I was like, oh, Sonic. That's kind of crazy. It's got some highlights though. Like I think great characterization for Shadow. Introduction of Silver, which I really like Silver. But execution wise, like not gameplay of execution, but like execution of the story and how it's told, it's okay. I think it's okay. Secret Rings has a pog as fuck story. Oh my god. Sonic stuck inside of like storybooks is such a cool concept that I wish there were more games of. But like Secret Rings, for being the first one, was like story wise is cool as hell. Sonic and the Arabian Nights and the moonlight battle against Eraser Jin and like Shara, like I just thought that was a really good story. And like at the end, even though it's like memed on, because basically Sonic was like, yeah, just keep crying, bro, he's not coming back. But I do think it was a nice ending, and Sonic finally got his say to be like, yeah, I'm not a rat, buddy, you lose, because Eraser was talking all that ish, bro, talking all that ish. Sonic Rush Adventure, I put that in low pog. I think that's high I. I don't think it's better than Rush's. Well, it's definitely not better than Rush's, but it's an okay story. I think I would have liked to see something different for Blaze's world, actually, instead of like just a whole bunch of like sea like islands, because like she's a princess. So I thought we'd be visiting like a kingdom, you know, but whatever, I guess. It's cool for what it is. And it's cool that we got like Captain Whiskers and Johnny. They were made by the two Eggmen who strangely absent in the story for obvious reasons. It was a good story, but I like Rush's way better. And I like a lot of these stories up here better. I can't believe this is going on the lowest one. This is a joke one, but it's kind of strange to see some of these games, and Sonic Labyrinth story tops it. Sonic Rivals. What was Sonic Rivals story? I bought the game, played a little bit, but I don't actually remember Sonic Rivals story. Let's see here. Sonic Rivals story is... Oh, they're gonna go through all the storylines. Sonic the Hedgehog and his best buddy Tails investigate a mysterious landmass named the Onyx Island, which has suddenly appeared as if out of nowhere. The heroic duo spot Dr. Eggman, who is already waiting for them, and confront him. Suspecting that Eggman is plotting an evil scheme, Eggman reveals a card containing Amy Rose he took with a special camera, which shot Sonic and Tails. Sonic does not believe in this, but Tails explains that it is scientifically possible for Amy to end up in her current state. While Tails is conversating with Sonic about this, there's a sudden flash of light and Tails is gone, appearing as a card in Eggman's hand. Sonic panics in disbelief upon this sight, and at the moment, Knuckles Echidna appears and yells at Eggman for causing the Master Emerald to disappear. Eggman responds by showing him a card of the Master Emerald and announces his plan to achieve world domination by snapping everything into his camera to obtain the ultimate card collection. And issues Sonic and Knuckles a challenge to stop him and reclaim their desired cards before making his escape. What? First of all, if I was Eggman, I would not have even challenged Sonic or Knuckles. I would have just taken a picture of them and ruled the world. That's how you know bro wanted to be stopped. But that's it? Like, he just... The ultimate card collection? Okay, wow. How do I even? How do I even? We're gonna put that in high it exists. Huh. What's Rivals 2? I'm almost scared. Is he back on his grind? I know Eggman Nega's in that one. Let's see. Alright. Sonic meets up with Tails, who recently told Sonic that he had something important to tell him. A huge amount of Chow have gone missing. Tails believes that Dr. Eggman is behind the disappearances and that he is currently located on Blue Coast Zone, the island where Sonic and Tails are. Sonic agrees to go after him but wonders why he would want Chow. During the search, Sonic comes across Knuckles, Echidna, and the Bat, who have teamed up to hunt down the Master Emerald. Sonic jokingly inquires if the two are on a date. Knuckles, telling Sonic to knock it off, asks if he has seen Eggman. Sonic seems peeved by Knuckles trying to pry into his business, at which point Knuckles awkwardly admits to Sonic that the Master Emerald has gone missing again. Sonic, not surprised by this, but insists that he must talk to Eggman before Knuckles does. Knuckles, okay, so basically everyone's just looking for Knuckles. This is a very different plot summary. Huh. Okay, so it's just more of the same. Well, I like this story more. I'm gonna put it in low I. It's definitely better than Rivals 1. Rivals 1's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's insane. Sonic Unleashed. Oh man, do we even have to question this? Like, we'll put both up there because it's just the Wii version, I guess. I don't know. There's two. Yeah. What else is there to say? It's just Sonic Unleashed. It's huge. Like, duh. Sonic and the Black Knight. Ooh, great characterization for Sonic. I think it gets a high pog. I think this story's great. I'm a huge fan of Sonic being in the storybook franchise, and I think they absolutely murdered it with this, especially with Erlina being the villain at the end and what she was afraid of and how Sonic's ideals clash with hers. And I mean that was a great story. Like, man, they were. I might have to put it in God tier. Yeah, we might do God tier because I think that's great character writing for Sonic, and that's you don't get that a lot often. You really don't. Let's see. Sonic Colors. Okay, this one I don't like colors. Would it be the first ass story? Yeah, it'll be the first ass. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. When I went back to play Colors Ultimate for that video, and I was really side-eyeing not only the story, but I was side-eyeing the dialogue too. Ooh, this was the start of when Sonic stopped taking himself seriously, and you can really tell this is very, very not my favorite at all. So it's good. It's getting an ass category. Sonic 4, oh man, it's just like the other ones. It exists. There's nothing good or bad about this. Sonic Generations also has it exists. There's nothing about this story at all. It's just Sonic goes through time with his younger self. Nothing really there, honestly. It's just an anniversary game. Sonic 4 Episode 2 also just exists. There's a troubling amount. Oh, not really a troubling amount, I guess. A lot of they're older. Yeah, none of these really click and do anything special. Sonic Lost World. Huh. Where do I place this? I feel like I can place this in low I guess. It's just Sonic Lost World. That's just it. The Deadly Six and the Lost Hex, which, I mean, honestly, the amount of times, I just read a lot of Sonic synopsises, and it's always Sonic and Tails discover Mysterious Island, and Eggman has discovered it too, and get Chaos Emeralds and or stop Eggman. That's literally it. That's as far as Sonic stories go. Oh, Lego Dimensions. Lego Dimensions. I'd give it a Pog story. I think that's one written with a lot of heart and a lot of fan service. I think it was a nice little charming story, you know? I enjoyed myself. Oh, actually, you know what? I will change colors, though. Colors DS, which is different from the Wii version. Colors DS had a little bit better dialogue, a little bit better. But you also got the Mother Wisp and a couple of other things you didn't really get in the Wii game. And for that, it gets higher than Lost World's Eye. I won't discriminate against both versions. Sonic Forces? Yeah. No, thank you. That also is ass, bro. Remember when I said this was at the point where Sonic couldn't take himself seriously? Man, you really felt that with this writing. Because, like, Eggman taking over the world should be a big deal. And it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't. And you don't really feel the effects of that at all. You get, like, one destroyed city and maybe a couple robots in the background of other places. But, like, it's like, I don't know, did Eggman take over the world? Did he? Really? And, like, Sonic was tortured for so long, but bro was just still cracking jokes like nothing happened. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Story wasn't really there for me. Infinite was cool, but like, I don't know. It was kind of sloppy. It's kind of sloppy and boring. Like, it just kind of exists, and which is crazy to say because like Lost World kind of exists, but it gets low eye because at least there were some pretty like interesting character moments. I don't say it was anything crazy, but like there were some character moments. Like, oh, Eggman got a little darker, ooh, and like the Lost, like at least the Deadly Six did something interesting. Like, but this was just like, man, when is it over? Sonic Mania, I think it's high. It exists. It's just like. It's like another anniversary game, essentially, because like most of the zones are like rehash of the older ones, and they get like a couple new ones, but like that's about it. Also, where are the new ones located? Are they all located on Angel Island? Is that where this takes place, or is this someplace completely different? I have no idea. But yeah, I think it exists. Sonic Origins. It's just all of the Sonic stories together in one. And for that, I will give it... Also, it exists. Yeah. I mean, I like the way that they connect the tissue, though. But technically, it's just the same as everything we've gotten before. I'll put it in I. I'll be nice to it. Sonic Frontiers. Ooh, where do we put Sonic Frontiers? It's not God tier. I think it's high. I think it's high Pog. Sonic Frontiers is pretty good in terms of like story. It's like we got Ian Flynn on it this time. You can really tell bro cares about Sonic. So I think it deserves like, I mean, did I keep it in high Pog? Or do I put it in low? Nah, high Pog. Yeah, high Pog. I think it's good. It's got great character moments in service of Sonic. Hopefully they can carry that on for the next Sonic games because they're kind of cooking there. Sonic Dream Team definitely is really good. Story wise, I will give it a high 8. It's just like Eggman wanted to use like the Dream Machine or whatever to rule the world, and it turned on him because REM was like, no, don't do that. You can't use Cream. And we were trapped inside Eggman's dreams. It's alright. It was an odd story. It was good. Oh, I can't wait to do the Shadow stuff. Definitely. I want to see what his story is. That was a good story. And now we have Sonic. Huh. I didn't even think of that. Hold on. Maybe get out of there. Okay. Well, Sonic X-Shadow Generations needs to be graded now, apparently. We're gonna go... This is a very high Pog as fuck, too. Again, like I said, Tyson Hess. Like I said, Ian Flynn is doing some wonderful work on Sonic right now, so... I mean, honestly, I hope he cooks more. I hope he gets more other reigns going forward in terms of story. Also, what I was trying to do was put Sonic Superstars here because it's not Sonic Superstars. I don't like the game. The story, from what I remember, was Eggman's working with Fang, Dragon Island. That's alright. I'll put it like under Advanced 2. Yeah, okay. I think that's all the games, right? That's all we've had so far. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any Sonic games. I have Dream Team Superstars. Oh, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Did I rank that? Is that like a mainline game? Does have a pretty funny and good story, filled with nice character moments. Yeah, we'll rank it. Screw it, I found a JPEG image anyway. Boom. We'll give it a nice... Actually, I really did enjoy that story. It's the same level of charming that the LEGO Dimensions had, so that was good too. I enjoyed all the little character moments in there. And to figure out who the villain was too, actually. Is that all the games? Are we good now? Can I end this video off? Yeah, that looks to be it. Well, I mean, tell me what you think. Do you guys agree? Do you guys care about the story as much as I do? Is there any game you feel deserves God tier that I put in Pog as fuck, or even I, where you're like, what are you doing? But yeah.